everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. How are we all doing? Happy Saturday. It's currently Saturday evening. It's about 6 o'clock and it's a little bit out of the ordinary for me to pick the camera up now randomly on a Saturday night. However, today has been one of those days that definitely didn't go how I thought it was going to go, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's not been a bad day, it's been a lovely day, but my plan in my head was to get up this morning and literally crack on with painting. I was going to start painting the bathroom. I've got some painting to do downstairs, so I was going to have a full painting day. And then Louis suggested taking Nelson on a walk this morning and kind of walking just to a local cafe near us, which sounded lovely. I feel like I'm trying to soak up as much quality time, just the three of us, before baby arrives. So that was kind of our plan, and it was probably 11 o'clock before we actually left the house. Went for a little walk. It's about a 20-25 minute walk to where we were going. Got there and it wasn't open, so continued walking another 5 or 10 minutes and just went to a local pub that was dog friendly, because obviously we had Nelson with us. So that was fine. We sat and had a cuppa in there, and then we were just round the corner from my dad's, so nipped into my dad's and he then gave us a lift home. But by this point it was probably about 1:30 in the afternoon, and then I've just not long got home from a little coffee date with my best friend, and it is now dark and the day is over, so haven't had chance to get any painting done today, which is fine. I feel like I really need to shift my mindset a little bit and stop being so go 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 all of the time. I feel like my brain is just constantly in this mindset of I always need to be doing something else or something more productive, and it kind of takes away the chill and the calmness of life. There's no reason why I can't paint next weekend. I know I am getting more pregnant and I'm definitely very aware of that. So in terms of the painting, I do just kind of want to get that done. But yeah, I need to just sort of chill out a little bit because I've had a lovely day. I've just not got done what I thought I was going to get done. And it's Mother's Day tomorrow, so I'm cooking a roast dinner here. I might nip over and see my grandma just tomorrow. I'm hoping to get a little bit of painting done, but tomorrow is probably also going to be quite a busy day. So anyway, that's been my day today, but I thought I would pick the camera up now because Louis has built the little storage unit for our bathroom. So we had a bit of an issue with the tall unit. I ordered both of them from Amazon. The tall unit came, Louis got all of the bits out and we thought it was the complete wrong thing. They sent the wrong instructions. Nothing matched up, the instructions didn't match to the item that they'd actually sent us. So I was about to send it back, and then I kind of realised that it actually was the right thing. It was just the wrong instructions. So luckily we didn't package it all back up and return it. I just requested the correct instructions and they sent those straight over, so that was all fine. So Louis has built this today. This is obviously the tall unit, which fits in nicely. It doesn't take up too much space because obviously this is only a very small bathroom. Ignore this thing on the top here, but I feel like this is quite a nice amount of storage for how compact it is. Louis does need to attach this to the wall, but I would like to paint first, so he hasn't done that yet, just so that this can be moved tomorrow hopefully, and I'll paint this section and then he can attach it to the wall. And then this is the little under the sink storage unit, which I just think makes the whole sink area look a little bit better. Obviously this will look better once the walls are painted as well. You definitely don't get much storage in this, which I was well aware of, obviously, because the sink goes right down the middle. So you've only really got these sides here, but it's definitely better than nothing. We can just keep a lot of the stuff that we keep along this windowsill. Can go in here, spare toothpaste, just bits and bobs like that. So I'm happy with both of those. This one was 30 quid. I think it was about 30, was it maybe it's like £34? And this one, I want to say this was about 50 quid. But it was the cheapest one that I could find online. So yeah, that is just how the bathroom's currently looking. Like I say, hopefully I'll be able to get a lick of paint on these walls soon. We have also had a few updates downstairs. Here's my little shadow. He honestly follows me everywhere. He follows everyone everywhere. It's not just me, but you can't move anywhere in this house without a cockapoo following you and getting under your feet. That's what you do, don't you? Yeah, so we've also had this wall plastered in here, so I'm kind of keeping my distance because I've just washed all of the floors in this area because we've just had this plastered. So this is how this wall is currently looking. This has actually dried really nicely. It's only been about 3 days, I think, since we had it plastered, and it's dried really nicely. So I need to give this a mist coat and then obviously paint all of this back wall the same colour as the other walls. I think that's definitely a job that I'm not gonna plan for this weekend because I've just got too much painting that I'm trying to cram into like one day. So I'll probably tackle this next weekend. But Louis put the TV up as well. So yeah, this is just how this section is looking. Obviously I need to rearrange the furniture, but I've just mopped, so that's why everything is a little bit all over the place. Also, a little update with these bar stools. I mentioned this a few videos back. We were getting these bar stools reupholstered. One of Louis' mum's friends was doing it for us. She just kind of does it as like a hobby. So she has had the bar stools for a couple of weeks, but she kind of realised that she couldn't do them without kind of ruining the original bar stool. So she was just going to keep this material and reupholster over the top, so if we ever wanted to take the top layer off, get back to like the original, we could. Yeah, she realised that she wasn't actually going to be able to do that, and I think it was just going to be a much bigger job than like expected. I've also got a couple of wallpaper samples here, so this is just like typical of me. I just can't not think about house projects and what I want to do next, and this isn't a job that we'll be doing before the baby comes, but it's a job that has been on my mind for a long time, which is the downstairs toilet. I'll see if I can show you how it's looking, but there is no lights in here. So this is the current situation in here. We do have the toilet. This is a brand new toilet. We do need a toilet seat for it, and the one that goes with this toilet and that I want to get is like £100, which seems absolutely shocking for a toilet seat. But yeah, that's just kind of something that is on my list to buy, but definitely not at the top of the list. And obviously we don't have a sink in here or light. Well, we do actually have the wall lights. Louis just hasn't put them on the wall yet because I want the sink in place, I want the mirror above the sink, and then we can kind of position the wall lights in the right place. I don't want to just put the wall lights on the wall and then have to get a mirror to like fit between them and stuff. So that's kind of why this room has just, nothing much has happened in here. But it is definitely a room that when it comes to it, whenever we decide that we want to do it, I think it'll be quite an easy and inexpensive room to sort of complete, because it is obviously only a very, very small room. But I am planning on doing half paneling in there. I'll pop the two mood boards on screen now. So these are kind of the two vibes that I've got. The blue one is the original plan that I had, the original mood board. They were like the colours that I was going to go for, and that was mainly because I absolutely love the wallpaper and I wanted that wallpaper. And I do love that mood board, I love the blue, I love that whole design. Even though blue isn't a colour that I would usually go towards, I do think it looks really, really nice. But you can get the same wallpaper in this neutral colour. And I know sometimes it's worth it taking risks with like interior design, and the blue is definitely a statement, it's nice and bold. But I just feel like the neutral wallpaper is a much better option in terms of like, we can always change the colour scheme in that room but keep the wallpaper. I'm sure at some point in the future we will want to redecorate that room completely in like however many years time. But if we just want a bit of a change up, a bit of a like a change of colour, but we don't actually want to change the wallpaper, we can easily do that if we go with the neutral and just repaint the bottom half, the panelling on the bottom half, and give the room a like completely new look. Whereas the blue is much more statement and it's much more permanent. I do also really like the idea of having like a really deep burgundy or like a deep red or a deep orange, that kind of colour palette in that room rather than the blue, just because I feel like it kind of goes with the rest of the house a little bit better. And it's a colour that I've wanted to use somewhere within the house, and the downstairs toilet just seems like the perfect place to do it. So I kind of feel like I'm leaning more towards this wallpaper with then a nice like deep burgundy red underneath. But let me know what you think of those two mood boards. Good morning guys, it's now the next day, it's Sunday morning. Ignore the state of my hair, I've literally just shoved it up to go in the shower. I've just got out the shower, got myself ready for the day. I'm planning on doing a little bit of painting this morning. I don't know how much I'm going to get done. We do have like other plans throughout the day. It's Mother's Day, so I'm cooking a meal a little bit later on, and I just need to like get the house sorted and yeah, other bits and bobs going on, hence why I've like fully done my makeup and everything. But I am hoping to get a little bit of painting done this morning because I feel like it'll just make me feel better. So yeah, I'm just gonna literally start with this wall here. I think I really can't be bothered like sanding them or anything. I can't be bothered finding the sandpaper and making a mess and cleaning it all up. I think I'm literally just gonna paint on top of whatever's there. Obviously there's lots of bits on the wall here. This was where they had like mirrors stuck on the wall. So that's the plan anyway. It's a miserable rainy day today, so I've got the light on because it's literally dark outside. But yeah, I'm just gonna crack on and hopefully get a fair bit of this bathroom painted. This is how the bathroom is currently looking. It's not the easiest for me to show you because the ladder's still in here and it's obviously only a very small room, but it's very, very white to say the least. I knew it was going to be white. If anything, it makes the door look so much worse, so much more like discoloured. I might end up having to give this a lick of paint because it just looks weird. But yeah, I kind of didn't have a different colour for the walls. I did consider doing a bit more of like an off-white. I've got the same colour that we did in our bedroom, which is like a creamy white, but obviously the tiles on the wall here are grey, and I just kind of thought it was gonna look a little bit weird and that maybe it's just white it'd be better, so that's what I've done anyway. White is obviously cheaper as well because we always buy big like 10 litre tubs of white. They're usually on offer in B&Q for like 2 for 40 quid or whatever, and because we go through so much white paint, like you always need white paint. we always have them in the house. So yeah, I decided to just stick to white basically. So everywhere has had 2 coats and I think it's looking alright. I didn't do any sanding, any filling, nothing. I've just painted over everything that was on the walls. There were still bits of wallpaper left on. I've literally just painted over everything. I cannot be bothered at all. So yeah, I'll show you this obviously once the ladders are out and once everything's like back in its place. I'm just currently painting the beam downstairs as well while I've got the white paint out and I've got like my painting stuff on. I kind of thought it makes sense to just continue with the painting even though I am knackered, but this is a job that I keep looking at and it needs doing. Oh, hi Nelson. Made me jump then, bless him. Look at him. Hello little man. He's been on a big walk today, so he's very tired. Louis just outside messing about with the garden, measuring things, I think.
So, we've got enough slabs for like a 5x4 metre.
So this is for the shed base that Louis is on about doing. So this is our little shed in the corner, which is literally like packed full, I think. I haven't looked in it for years. But we've got all of these slabs piled up here that we bought to do a shed base in our old house and then obviously ended up moving, so brought them with us. Obviously we need to do something like permanently with the garden. Oh. Yeah, so we've got all of these slabs that we're gonna build a shed base with at the back, like kind of where the shed is, aren't we?
Yeah.
But we're gonna get a new shed, or Louis is gonna build a shed.
So basically, let me talk you through it. Right, that back corner, that bush needs to come down and the scruffy fence there needs to come down. We need one solid fence right across, so we can't actually do a full cemented down shed base yet. But may cement, may not cement yet, I'm deciding when I do it. Like where I can at the minute, and then round the edges I'll just leave for now. I know it's not the right thing to do, but I'll leave for now so then I can extend it eventually. So then obviously we're going to gain about half a metre to a metre once the bush is down. And then the shed can be like right in the corner, the patio will be bigger than the shed. And then possibly like a path there, and then all this bit patioed eventually. And then the grass bit over there, but that's like a long time. For now, we're just going to use them yellow slabs to make like a big shed base. Put that shed on it for now, ready for future when the bush comes down and I can build a shed. But the idea now is just so we can use the garden. We can put like the seat and stuff on there as well as the shed because it's going to be big enough. Cut the grass and then there's just somewhere to go in the garden for now. This bit's all like rubbish, but when we get the funds for that, we'll do it. And that's it.
Yeah, well, that's a plan. I don't actually know whether
so I've just counted
we'll
the slabs. We've got enough, well, we've got more than enough for a 4x4 metre, but I might go 5x4 because the edge slabs aren't going to be the yellow ones, the ones in sight that you actually walk on or whatever. Once the shed's on, are going to be different. They're not going to be the yellow ones. They're going to be whatever we do.
Yeah, so the yellow ones basically will just sit underneath the new shed.
Yeah.
Which will be bigger than this shed.
A lot bigger.
But they'll literally just be there as the shed base, and then when it comes to us patioing all of this, we'll obviously get slabs that we like, that we want, because these yellow ones just matched the patio in our old house. But somebody was selling them, weren't there?
Yeah.
And like
so they were ripping theirs up.
Yeah, so because our old house was a new build, so all the patio was the same. Somebody was selling these, and we thought, oh, we'll just buy them because they match.
And they're cheap.
Yeah. And then we haven't used them yet because we ended up moving. But that's kind of the plan, just so that we can have access to the garden and like somewhere to sit and stuff this summer. And then hopefully next summer, because the baby will probably be walking by then. We want this a little bit more permanently done by next year so that we can properly use the garden. But this year it would just be nice to be able to like put a blanket down on the grass and actually take her outside and stuff. But yeah, that's what Louie's been doing. I've been painting this beam just so that that's done, and then I still need to miscoat this over here, but I definitely won't get that done today. But this beam is annoying me, so I just want to get it done.
We've got a tired dog who's been for like a 5-mile walk this morning.
He's just observing.
Who doesn't even flinch when I say walk because he's had enough. Normally he perks up.
He's not bothered. He's like, oh no, not another walk.
Another walk?
No thanks. Oh.